My lords, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to episode number 41 of Transport Fever 2. Of course I say welcome back to episode 41. This is the first time we've been to episode 41, so don't know what I'm talking about. Clearly it's going to be one of those sort of days today. Now we're picking up where we pretty much left off last time around, which was addressing some of the traffic issues in Calgary, particularly here in Southeast Calgary, where the traffic seemed to be the bigger problem out of all of the districts. It was in and around this area here. Now, what I have done just before I started recording is, if you go into the public the destinations layer here, obviously we can see. First of all, let's just put it up to all. We can see it's this road here. A lot of people filtering onto this road, which is the main cause for concern. Now, what you can also do, I don't know if anybody's aware of this, someone might be teaching you how to suck eggs at this point, but you can select the various towns from this drop-down list, and that shows your people, if anybody in this destination route are heading to this town, you'll see. So obviously at the moment, none of these people here are heading to Airdrie, so I think that makes sense. But for example, if we were to click Chestermere, we'll see we do have a fair few people heading to Chestermere from Southeast Calgary. Likewise, if we were to pick Northeast and Northwest Calgary, we'll see Northeast Calgary is quite a popular destination from Southeast Calgary. And lastly, if you look at Northwest Calgary, not as many, but there are still people adding to the amount of traffic flowing down this road. So that is a good way to tell where you want to maybe lay in some extra public transport links to get the people out of their private cars onto some public transportation system to wherever they were heading to. So in our case, it was primarily Chestermere and Northeast Calgary. So my initial thought, and this might work, it might not, is, well, first of all, Southeast Calgary's transportation links need redoing. As we can see, the bus stops only extend within, small radius of the train station. That was fine when it was first set up. Obviously, Southeast Calgary has expanded substantially since that point, so this is not giving good coverage. What you also want to do is put down a central bus station in the middle of town, and then have a star-like system heading to the various districts. And then what I'm also thinking of doing is obviously something similar over here in Northeast Calgary, something similar in Chestermere, and between the three hubs in each of the districts, in each of the towns, we'll have a metro link, a tram link, serve as like an express tram. So that's the plan. So we'll do that today, I think, to be worthwhile trying, and if nothing else, it's going to at least improve the public transportation systems in Southeast, Northeast, and Chestermere. So Southeast Calgary, Northeast Calgary, of course. So let's make a start. We'll start with Southeast Calgary. As we can see, the addition of these increased capacity roads, sending the roads underneath the train lines, and this inclusion of a roundabout does seem to have made some difference, but it's not perfect. As you can see, the traffic does still back up along this street down here. So it does require further attention. So what we'll do then, we're going to need the bulldoze tool. We're going to need to clear some space here to put down the major transport nexus, if you will, for Southeast Calgary. And I'm thinking I might demolish this area here. That'll give us a fairly decent ground space to work with, and it keeps it, well, it would be relatively central-ish to the town. So I think that's what we'll do. So we'll quickly pause it, because what we don't want to do is demolish these buildings and have the residents rebuild them before we've had time to do what we need to do in this area. So we'll keep it paused while we do this. Obviously this is going to cost us a fair bit of money. Luckily we don't really have to concern ourselves with money at this point in time. We're doing very well on that front. So that's that done. Obviously we've got this slope here, which is not great, but the rest of the terrain here is quite flat, so it should be fairly straightforward to work with. So with that area cleared, what we'll do, get ourselves a bus station, and I think we'll go for 6 platform. We'll go electric, and we'll go 30 meters. Now that should be enough to squeeze in here without too many dramas. Yeah, that looks okay. Maybe we push it a little bit further forward. However, I don't want to leave ourselves with not enough room to connect this road in owing to the slope. So we'll see how we get on with this. And then we want medium streets. We want bus lane. And we want electrified tram lines as well. And hopefully we can connect in nicely there. Yeah, that's more than good enough for me. I have no problem with that. And on the opposite side, we'll put another street access just there. And then obviously we're going to connect to this road here as well. So let's just quickly do that. That should be very straightforward, and indeed it is. So this is going to be SE Calgary transport hub, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. That'll do for now anyway. So that's going to be the focal point for Southeast Calgary's bus system. What we're going to do now is... What bus lines do we have at the moment here? We have 2 with the looks of it. If we just see the ones we can see, you've got bus service here, and everything else is either freight or trains. In fact, if we just click the road filter, that'll get rid of the trains. Yes, we've got 3 cargo lines and then 2 passenger lines, the pink one and the yellow one. I think the best thing to do for them is actually just get rid of them entirely. So if we go to the vehicle manager, again, just select the ones we can see on screen. So there's the 2 bus services. What we want to do then is sell the buses, and then go back to line manager and actually delete the 2 lines. And then we want to go through and delete the bus stops that are in place at the moment. I mean, the new bus stops we put down, they might be in similar places to the ones we're deleting, but that's fine. At least this has given us a blank canvas to work with when it comes to setting up Southeast Calgary's new transportation system. So let's get that done. We want bus and tram stops. In and around Calgary itself, or Southeast Calgary itself, we're just going to have buses. And then, as I said, we will have a tram that loops between Southeast and Northeast Calgary, and then through to Chestermere before making its way back down. That'll be tram line, so we will have to upgrade some of the roads, I'm sure. But for now, we want to get these buses done. And as I said, what we'll do is we'll do a spider, a star sort of configuration. We'll just direct lines out rather than loops all around the town. So the first one then, we'll head, I guess, I don't know if this is actually north, but from our perspective, we're going to head north. So we're going to come out of here, head up here, and we'll just have this encompass the upper part of Southeast Calgary, like so, before heading back down this way, and then obviously back into the station. What we'll do, we'll set up this line now so it's done. That way, when we set up the other lines, we can see where our existing lines are in and where they're heading, so we don't have them tripping over one another as best as possible. So this is bus service Southeast Calgary 01. And I tell you what, we may as well go ahead and actually get the buses purchased for this now. Then we're not having to purchase 40 or 50 buses at once at the end. We'll do it piece by piece. We'll go back to the Greyhound silver sides, I should say, which we unlocked last time around. And I think we'll go for 6. Okay, that's that. These were a pink sort of colour. I think it's roughly that one. It doesn't really matter. Bus service Calgary. So that's this section of town taken care of. Now, bearing in mind we've only got 6 platforms here. One of them will be on a direct link to the train station, and one of them will be the metro link. So that leaves us 4 bus lines to service the town of Southeast Calgary. So that's something to bear in mind. So the next one then will come out this way, and then just head down here. A bit of coverage down here before heading back into there. So that's this, well, almost the entire half, this city now covered. Again, we'll do the line now. It's already picked a nice opposing colour to the existing colour that we have, which is really good. Makes it very easy to work with. So this is bus service SE Calgary 02. And again, we'll get the buses now. And we'll go for 6. And these were a light blue. I think it's something like that. Just can't see the line there, so scroll over. There we go. We can now actually restart the game. May as well leave it running in the background. Next service then, we'll cover this area. This is quite a dense area, a lot of build up around here, so we might need quite a few buses on this line, but that's no problem. And we'll have it just come down here, and we'll have it run along the bottom. I was going to have it loop up and down, but don't want buses coming in and out of these junctions where possible, just to avoid any unnecessary slowdown. And then you want to come this way around this square here, and then we'll send you back up this way. And do we want to then come in through the top? I think we do. So along here, and then you're going to go back into there, and that should give us coverage in all this middle area as well, which it does seem to do. So now we can do this line. We said you're coming this way, and then along the bottom we're going to need to change this colour. It's a bit too similar to that blue there, so we'll go for a green. Gives it a distinct colour against the other lines that we have. And then we're coming down this way and through and back out. Perfect. Bus service SE Calgary 03. Once again, let's get the buses now. As I said, we might want a few more on this one, so I'm actually going to go for 10. No idea why I picked 10, but I've picked 10. So yes, number 3. Now we can do number 4. And this is going to just cover this area here. There might be a little overlap between this line and this line, but that's perfectly fine by me. Got no problem with that. So this one will be coming out this way, and then heading up here. We'll send it around the plastics factory, actually, before coming down this way and just doing its own thing on its way back down into our central station. So again, new line. We'll go for yellow, and you were heading this way out, past the plastics factory there, back this way, and then we had you come down here, across there, to there, stopping there, and then back in. Okay. Obviously, we have to do some platform assignment here, so they're not all sharing a platform. We'll do that in a moment. We'll get the buses assigned to this 4th service first of all. And this is 04. Get the buses out of the depot. I think we can go back to 6 for this one. They were yellow. Let's just spot the line. Southeast Calgary 04. Like so. Now we'll just quickly do some platform management over here. Right, can we do it with this visible? Yes, we can. So we could have the green line head onto platform number 5. And head out. Yes. Everything else is looping back in this way. We can deal with that by sending that yellow line to platform 6 and having a waypoint here to marshal it in and out, and we'll have the same up here if necessary. So them two are heading that way. The blue line can go to platform number 2, and then that leaves the pink line onto platform number 1, and that leaves 3 and 4 available for the planned metro and the link to the train station. Now, as I said, we probably want to have some waypoints out here just so we can have that extra level of customization as to which way in and out our lines are heading, so they're not looping around on the station as we can see here. So we can get rid of that now. Let's see. So the yellow line, after you've been here, you want to leave via this waypoint here. So I got distracted by the amount of tankers that we've just unlocked. Have a look at them a little bit later. That's not time critical, so that's fine. So yes, that's that one done. What else is looping? It's the pink one. So you want to head in from the south here. So after Broadway Street, come in this way. There we go. It keeps it that little bit cleaner and tidier, and it stops the buses doing U-turns on their platforms. I see they've swapped platforms. The pink line and the yellow line have decided to switch their platforms over. Please don't do that. Thank you very much. And you want to platform number 1. Excellent. So we've still got the central 2 platforms free for the metros and for the train station link. The train station link will do that now because that's going to be very easy to do. It's just going to be a point-to-point connection. So you are going to be dropping off there and then heading straight back, literally just the 2 stops. And obviously our passengers will use this hub as an interchange. So new line, transport hub to the station. I don't want you to loop around like that, however. So do we have any waypoints down here we could use to marshal you through? We could send you this way, like that. And that'll send you clear of everything else. And it also directs you through the transport hub nicely as well with no loop. So yes, that's good. Obviously it is not as efficient because it's going way out of its way to get back to where it came from, but I can live with that. That's a sacrifice I'm happy to make. And this is going to be bus service, get my words out. Southeast Calgary Station Express. I think so. I think I'll go with that. We'll keep the... Yeah, I know I changed it from pale blue prior, but I think we will keep it as pale blue. Why not? This one then, let's get our buses for this line, and we want... Shall we say 4 for now? We might need more, depending how busy it turns out to be. But for now, 4 will be enough. There we go. So that's the transport links for Southeast Calgary's inner city public transport taken care of. Now, we're probably not going to have time in this episode to do both Northeast Calgary and Chestermere, but we will have time to put down the transport hubs in the middle of the 2 towns and at least get the metro up and running, if nothing else. So we'll do that, and again, we have to do some demolition work here to free up some space for this. Now, the one in Chestermere, I'm going to go ahead and say it doesn't need to be as big. We'd want 1 for the metro, 1 for the station, so that will be 2, and then I think we'll have 3 and 4. So 1 serving the left side of the city, 1 serving the right. So our station only needs to be 4 platforms big. And I think we'll have room to squeeze that in here. And again, we'll just pause it while we demolish this to prevent them building back before we are ready. So we want 2 and 2. Now, unfortunately, because of the space constraints, that is going to mean we have traffic lights there. The only way we can avoid that is if we... In fact, we'll do that. Yes, the only way we could avoid it is if we also clear this space and this road and have this whole rectangle as the site of our station. And we'll have it like that. That looks quite central to my eye. We want to rename this. This will be Chestermere Central. Why not? Central, of course, famously being spelt with a semicolon rather than an L. There you go. And we want the secondary exit there. Street connections, we'll have these straight. Electrified tram tracks. Try and get it nice and parallel there as best we can. That'll do. And now we are able to remove those traffic lights. There's traffic lights aplenty around here. We'll get rid of all of those. I think that's it. Yeah, it'll do for now anyway. So that's that. We'll not, as I said, we'll not get time to do the bus links for Chestermere and Northeast Calgary, but we can do it later. We can at least get the metro up and running. So that's where it's going to be heading to in Chestermere. Northeast Calgary. I'm going to go ahead and say we need another 6-platform station for this town. And I think the place to go is going to be, I might say this area here. Yes, I think we'll go there. So again, keeping it paused while we demolish this, just so they don't build back on us. And scupper all our plans. There we go. Nearly done. So this one's a bit off centre from the town. It's on the outskirts almost, but that's fine. We'll also want to upgrade these roads here, I think. So we'll do that, and we'll actually go for a large street here. Upgrade that, and that, and that, and if we can, along here as well. That's put the traffic lights down. No problem, we can sort that out. And in fact, what we will do, in fact, we're going to demolish this entirely. It's going to get rid of a lot of buildings there, but what I want to do is keep this flat rather than rising up the hillside. So if we drag this out to there, and as we said, keep it flat. How does that look? Fine, I think, for now. Across the ways, if we can, yes. And then now you can climb up and do whatever you want to do to get up to there. Okay, you can't because it's too much slope. Okay. Let's see what we can do about that then. Can we instead curve up there? Yes, we can. That will do. Again, we've got the traffic lights, so we'll just, well, first of all, we'll get rid of the road placement tool. Delete the 4, 5, 6 traffic lights that were plonked down there. We don't want those. And now this keeps this area nice and flat for Jenna Lee to have a nice levitate across. Obviously, that's not why we've done that. It's so we can have a nice flat area for the station to sit in. So we'll just smooth it off. There we go. And then we want to get the buildings, bus tram station. Will we fit 6 this way? Of course we won't, because that would have been too easy. What we could do is something like this, though. If we have that there, and then back to back. Don't want it to make the connection. I don't want that because I don't want the traffic lights to appear. Okay, let me just try something here. Now let's try, and can we get it back to back without making the connection? No, it's saying collision. Okay, that's a little annoying. Okay. Well, we're going to have to live with traffic lights here. Now, the problem with this is it doesn't allow you to pass straight through nice and orderly like I prefer to do. So, compromise made there. Just double check. No, we cannot get rid of the traffic light there. It doesn't give us the option to. But never mind. I think I've had to improvise there, and I'm happy enough with my own improvisation, which is obviously good. I'm the one who did it, so I should be. Construction not possible. Of course it's not. Why wouldn't it be? Maybe if I get rid of that bus stop. I think that might be the issue here. I bet it's not. Oh, yes it was. Perfect. Maybe it's because it was trying to put a bus stop on a junction and it wasn't liking that. What we can do to sort that out, though, is just quickly put the bus stop back there, and that should pick up that line. For now, traffic lights, please go away. Okay, that's not picked up that line at all. That's quite annoying. What's happening with you? What's your problem? There we go. And your problem is, could not connect all stations. Manage the line. Okay, so go there and get rid of that. Why? Oh, okay, it's picking this up as one of the... because we deleted the bus stop, didn't we? Right. Okay, let's just get... well, we're going to get rid of this entire bus network anyway in the near future, so there's no harm in just getting rid of that. Why are you not happy with that then? Why can't you drive around there? What's wrong with that? And then come back down. I don't know. It's not like these are one-way roads or anything. Why oh why won't you do that? You should be able... in fact, maybe we can encourage it to do what we want it to do with a waypoint there. Let's go back to the line. Manage the line. After 4th Street, go to the waypoint. No, you don't want to do that. Why wouldn't you? It's not a one-way road. You know what? Bollocks to you, 4th Street. In fact, bollocks to the bus service entirely. I'll get rid of it now. We'll probably not get a chance to do it in this episode. We'll do it in the next one. It's going to get gone anyway, so I ain't pissing about with it. Let's just get rid of it. There we go. And then we want line manager. Delete. There. Go away. Not my concern anymore. Anyway, now we can look at getting this metro set up from Southeast Calgary to Northeast Calgary through to Chestermere. So which way do we want to take it? Well, I think we come down onto this main strip, roundabout through here, and then we'll come up through town into Northeast Calgary, either of the two stops there, before heading out and then into Chestermere. Can we go? No, we can't there because that's not connected to this road, and I don't think it's we might be able to do it. Anyway, for now, let's just start upgrading the roads. Just check this is all electrified. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's good. So we want to bus lane, street, the upgrade tool, tram track tool with catenary. Yes. So as said, we'll come out this way, straight along the bottom of the town, and then we want to go this way, roundabout through here and here, and then we need to get up into here. So I think we'll go this way, and then along here. This is all, that's not electrified though, so this is all now electrified. So you can then go into there, head out this way, and then onto this major road here. And then you want to head, in fact we'll head you that way on the busier road, the larger capacity road. And then in, and then you want you to head back out that way so you don't loopy-loop. And then you're coming all the way along here. All the way down. And then you can come back in this way. Like so. And that should work. So let's see now if we can get a valid connection. So we are going from there to there to there. Okay, nice and simple. We'll keep it called line. In fact, where's the line gone? This is going to, no, we will rename it. This is, I don't know what to call this. Metro Connect, and we'll call it Chestermere Any naming suggestions for this metro line, please let me know. I'm thinking obviously famous sons and daughters of Canada or Calgary. Any suggestions would be more than welcome, because I can't think of a suitable name for this one right now. Let's just revert back to that. Metro Connect, change of colour. We'll have the dark purple. Now you're not going in and out the way I wanted you to, so you want to head out this way. Now once I assign a tram to it, it should switch it back onto the tram lines without any problem. What's happening? Is that what we wanted you to do, or did we? No, you can't go that way anyway, because this is not electrified down here. Oh, it is electrified down here, but it's not electrified down here, so that will be corrected in due course. Right, we need a metro depot. We don't have one connected to that metro line we just put in, so let's do that. And we'll put that up here. I'm not fussed about the traffic lights on this, if I'm at all honest. And then we want the Pittsburgh, and I think we go for 6. 6 for this. Why are you doubling back on yourself? No, I wanted you to come out this way. Okay, we have to do a bit more waypoint action just to force its hand. So if we tell you to come there, and there's already a waypoint there anyway, and there, that should be enough to encourage you then to continue out that way. Let's just check. So, yes. Yes. No. Okay. So there's a little stretch of road here that clearly isn't electrified. Let's see if we can spot it. There it is. Hopefully now then, that has addressed the issue. Yes, now you're going the way I wanted you to. Did we electrify the top way? Yes, we did. So what we'll do is, rather than having them cross over one another here, we'll have it come out this way via a waypoint. So waypoints there, back to the line manager after Spring Street. Again, will be renamed once we set up the public transport system for Northeast Calgary in the next episode. For now, we'll keep it with its default name. So you're coming in here and doing some weird shenanigans there. Why not just use platform 2? That would make a little bit more sense. But yes, there we go. That's all working. Hopefully, that will start to have an impact on the traffic. I don't know if it already has, or if I've just timed it nicely here, but there's very little happening down here. There's very little happening across here as well. And in fact, Northeast Calgary doesn't look too bad. I don't think Chestermere really ever suffered from the traffic congestion that Northeast and Southeast Calgary were, but it looks good anyway. Little busy here, but that's okay. It's not creeping back between town borders, which is the main thing. So I think that is looking pretty successful. As I said, we still need to do the transport system for Northeast Calgary, the buses and the connection to the station. We also need to do the same for Chestermere, but that won't take too long as it's only a small town. Oh, one thing I wanted to do, we unlocked off camera, if you remember, I highlighted it in the last episode. We've unlocked the Alcos. I think it was the Alcos. Let's have a look. Diesel locomotives. Yes, the Alco PA. Now I wonder if it's worth having these on the map. I haven't put them on anywhere yet. I think we put the Baldwins on, but we haven't looked at the Alcos yet. Now what does that do for our train performance? Obviously the speed remains the same, although I have also just remembered we've unlocked some modded wagons. So let's have a look at those. They'll be right down the bottom. The Tanker Edition. We have many variants full of interesting graffiti. I think we'll go for the Conrail tankers. Why not? In fact, we'll mix it up a bit. So our existing trains had a capacity of 228, so let's aim for something similar. And what we'll do is just put a little mix through here, just to keep it quite varied. In fact, we don't want back-to-back graffiti trains, because that would look weird. But the plain ones, the plain tankers, we can have doubled up. How does that look? Looks pretty good. Roughly the same capacity. In terms of its speed, 75, 63, 34. So it blows the old ones out of the water. So I think we'll do that. So let's modify just that one. In fact, yes, no, we'll do it individually. I would say we'll clone it, but then they've got to come all the way back out from the depot. So we may as well just do it this way. Where's the last one? There we are. And then we'll do the similar sort of thing with the tankers, where we have a mix and match, making sure that we don't put two of the graffiti tankers back to back, so it wouldn't look right. But the plain livery ones we certainly can. So what? How many? We're nearly there. Not that one. That one. And that one. So that's that. This one will start off with a graffiti. You can have that one, then that one, and then that one. A couple of planes. In fact, we'll have 3 planes, one of them, and then the rest will be the plain BNSF. There we go. And then we'll do the same on our last train here. We'll have some plain ones, a couple more plain ones, and then chuck a few graffitis in just to break it up. There we go. 93 million. Let's have a look at these. I do like the vandalised graffiti street art carriages. You see that a lot all over the place. Makes it look realistic and a little bit more interesting, rather than having a lot of the same being towed behind. Yes, I'm quite pleased with that. So that's going to help increase our crude oil throughput, which is also in turn going to have a knock-on effect on our British Columbia oil lines, which I'm also going to modify now with the new carriages. However, I'm not going to spend as much time on sticking in graffitied ones and non-graffitied ones. These, despite what I've just said about them looking a bit boring when they're all the same, will just be all the same. And we had 336 capacity on these, so that's what we'll go for. And we'll just mix up the 2 BNSF and Conrails like that. Speed 75, 75, 43. Yep, much better. So let's just do the same for all of these now. And again, ignoring the graffitied ones this time, and just going for the plain liveries. Just so we're not spending all day going, ooh, this one, ooh, that one. Just want to get it done now, so let's do that. A bit of that. Some of that. And then let's go back to that. And there we go, 72.5 million. There they are. It's reduced the length, I believe. And they still look pretty damn good. Okay, so after that splurging spending, I think we'll call an end to the episode for today. In episode 42, what we'll do is we'll just quickly finish off Chestermere and Northeast Calgary's public transport system, before then moving on with further network expansion and returning to the Rocky Mountains, where we'd started work on the freight hub in the last couple of episodes, but left it off as I got distracted by the traffic in Calgary. So what we'll do then, because there was the recording balls up last time around with Bandicam, and it froze the screen, therefore cutting out any outro train ride. We'll go ahead and make sure we get that back in today. In terms of what train we'll take a little ride on, I'm thinking we'll go on the Calgary main line, and we'll pick on one that is just departing Calgary. You're not the main line. What are you? No, you're the intercity shuttle. Where's the Royal Hudson trains? Maybe we'll find one that's just on the approach to Calgary. Are you? Are you? Yes, you are. So we'll hop on board. Find ourselves a decent enough position. Sorry if you got a bit seasick there. I almost did. Find ourselves, as I said, a decent position to sit on the train and make sure we still get a decent view of the map. Maybe if we sit just like that, or perhaps on this side instead. No, we'll go this side because then we can see the trains passing. But yes, all that remains for me to say is, as always, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you take very good care of yourselves. It's ta-ta for now.